All right, welcome back. Battle for the Ardennes, SPI Publications, SPI Games, 1978. We are playing the Clervaux scenario, and we are now starting turn 8, German turn. And this is a big turn for the Germans in that they have to pull off now the Greyhounds, the 116th Panzer Division. Yep, just confirming the rules off screen. The 116th leaves on the 8th turn, which is right now. I believe in the actual battle what they're doing is shifting over behind the goose egg and threatening to surround it, and which is ultimately, I think, what causes the Allies. Actually, Montgomery gave the command to pull back, which has been surrounded in controversy, but that's another discussion. So let's go ahead. We're going to be doing the German turn. And again, we can check supply. 1, 2, 3, and then there's a road, so he's in supply. The U.S. decided not to put him out of supply just because advancing here, well, with these guys leaving, who knows, but this is okay. We won't rethink that. That just seemed a bit too dangerous to move there. Too easy to, well, yeah, very easy to get somebody around him. Just move this guy up 1. And then in theory they're surrounded, and we could pull some more units off. So that was the right decision, I believe. So supply looks good for everybody, including Lara, because they trace back this guy negates. So we're good. No air power. Building segment. Actually, now they're in a position to start building some more bridges. And I think where they want to build a bridge, we got this guy here. He needs to build here. Okay. And we'll mark him moved. I know we had another one floating around. Do we have an engineer here? Yep. And here's a blown bridge. So why not? We'll try and rebuild this one. And these will be successful just because we got Germans on both ends. So that guy has moved. Allow some cross. This guy's not in a position to really... Well, this guy's an engineer. I think he moved there last turn, so... Yeah, that's why the build isn't there, so... But they'll get their build here in a second. Actually, what am I saying? It is a build segment. So now they can actually... They don't have to stay here. Okay. Nope, that's it. Okay, so that's that. So these two engineers built. This guy can't, because he's not an extra bridge and the fortification's already there. And there really aren't any bridges to build here, and this wasn't blown. And do any German units want to entrench beyond these? Between these units? Now this guy could try to entrench. So we'll let him give it a shot. None of these guys are going to do that. So I think we're good to go. Battery segment. Is anybody in range to... yeah, he is. 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, then let's flip them. That's 3. That'll help if we decide to 1, 2, 3 attack here again. These guys are in march mode, so they can't. And I think that's it. We've got those 3 artillery units. Oh, we got a guy here. But he appears to be in march mode also. I don't think... Yeah, there's no towns, so he's stuck in march mode. He probably wants to get out of it. It's too bad. So we'll come back and do that in a second. Yeah, these guys don't want to go in battery. So then we have the mode adjustment segment. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this guy will stay march mode. This guy will stay march mode. And because they're adjacent to units in march mode on the road, they can't go in march mode. Another oversight on my part. Come down here. 1, 2, 3. He can't come out of march mode. But we'll take a chance and at least get this guy out of march mode. Okay, so next turn he can come out of battery. And then we've got this guy in march mode, but he's in the middle of nowhere, so he should just stay there too. So I think that's the mode adjustment phase. I think I did that right. This guy could go in march mode, but why? Actually, he could be used for an attack here or an attack here. These guys can't, this guy doesn't need to, and there's no blown bridges. Wow, the U.S. wasn't... Well, the U.S. can't blow this bridge. And that could be an important bridge, because this guy's in the way right now. Makes me wonder if you want to pull him off, and then the U.S. will move here and blow this bridge. Gotta keep an eye on those bridges. Got a few blown ones here. So, alright. With that all said, I don't think I made any rules errors. I don't think I missed anything. It's time for the German movement. So let me pause and see what happens. Alright, the German move I think is done, and I didn't make any mistakes. He is going to stay put because actually he's controlling this bridge that does provide a potential exit off the map that the Germans can use. So it's in their best interest, if possible, to keep it. They are, because Lair is pretty much cut off, I mean, pinned. Now the Germans have to kind of do what the U.S. did last turn to free up their flank. They're going to go after this fortification. It's the weakest one out of the two. So they're going to bring in 2nd Panzer, Panzer Lair. They'll get divisional integrity. This is too strong, so instead... through maneuver, they're going to try and turn the far flank here also, the southern flank here on Bastogne. So that's, and then they concentrated the 26th to get divisional integrity again. Down here, again, it's maneuver. They're just going to try and push this flank and force these guys to come off the line. Going to retry this attack that had no result. We got some artillery. I haven't run the numbers this time yet, but... And I was debating, these, if they move up one, that stops this building. If he moves up, that stops. But I don't see anything going on down here. And I'm not going to pull units here, down here. If anything, I'm going to try and funnel stuff up here for the main event. And that's why this regiment of the Fallschirmjäger is working behind it here, trying to concentrate. I think the goal I have is to get, well, let me move the 5th, not 15th, 5th Fallschirmjäger. Move them up the road here and assist at Bastogne, because the 116th just went bye-bye. So, that's it. Let's go ahead and work our way down the line. And they are able to use, well, we're not going to be using artillery on the German side, but the Allies have 2 points of final protective fire, which may mess up the odds. Let's see what we got here. We got 9, 19, 19, and 13 is 32. 32 to 6, but it's really 32 to 8. But that's okay because that's 4 to 1. And then you get a shift for divisional integrity, Panzer Lair, 3 out of the 4. So that goes to 5 to 1. But then we shift down 2, so it's 3 to 1. In light woods. 3 to 1 in light woods. So let me find my handy dandy CRT. This is a big attack here. Let's see what happens. U.S. has to make the decision to take losses to hold the position or not, and they could. Light woods, 3 to 1. Oh, that didn't help the Germans at all. Oh my gosh. Let me do this right here. Either on this one. That's an engage. That's, I think both sides lose a step. No retreat or advance. Everybody has to lose a step. Honestly, I don't think... Yeah, this is a unit eliminated, so... this is a tough one. But then if I do this one, That's 2 points. So do I eliminate an engineer, or do I reduce the 101st? Alright, this is a tough decision, but I don't really want to reduce the 101st yet. So, give him the victory point. Germans, it's a little easier. This guy killed some tigers. There we go. So that's that attack. So this guy is still pinned here. Alright, moving on to the next German attack. Yeah, that's pretty much solid here. We do have this other flank they're trying to push back to. And this will be 13, 17. Looks like 24, if I did that right. 14, 20. Yep, 24 to 4. And they've got divisional integrity. So I think that's 6 to 1. Actually, that's 7 to 1. 24 to 4. Yeah, 6 to 1, 7 to 1. But heavy woods. So let's pull up the handy dandy die roller. 7 to 1, heavy woods. We'll just pull it down here. And survey says right here, and that doesn't count. 1, 4, 1. Just 1. Just 1. Well, yeah, definitely going to retreat right here. And I let this guy do the advance. Keep him pinned, but these guys, I don't think I really want to move any of these guys over. They'll still be in Zoc and they'll have to pull out, so we'll leave it there. So, slow rolling here. 101st, first put of combat, and looks like they've stopped the Germans hard, although they did lose the engineers here. So that's locking down. Let's move on down here. I don't know about this one. We don't have divisional. 7, 9 to 2. 9 to 2 is a 4 to 1 in heavy woods, so 2, 1, 1, 1 engaged. Well, let's just do it. 4 to 1 in heavy woods. Oh gosh, they are not rolling good. But, oh, that's just a dead stop. Wow. This flank really has solidified. Here we go here again. And we got 8. That's not a river. So then we got 8 and 6 is 14. And then these guys are going to be halved. 14, 6, 7, 8. That's 18. And that didn't help. I should have just kept him in battery. That's 21 to 6. So that's 3 to 1. And they got divisional integrity somewhere. Yeah, here, 4 to 1. Heavy woods. Alright, they got a different result this time. Ooh, each side loses 1. Well, he's not a problem. He's going to retreat. But now these guys have to lose 1. And, ooh, that's kind of tough here. Am I going to have to lose more armor units? And this guy can move too. I'm thinking the 352nd in this case. Or another one of the 276th. Let's just do that. And then they can advance. And who can advance? Anybody who advances kind of, these guys are weak. Well, let's put this guy across. He can do that. The armor units can advance 1 more hex. Oh. Yeah, so the armor units could advance here and then here and move into a surrounded position. But then this guy would be surrounded. That's intriguing. Let's do it. Got to do both so they're strong enough to do stuff. This guy stays. I'm not going to put... Yeah, that guy's got his back. So, how much of a problem is that for the U.S.? This guy can get out of there, but this guy is trapped. Forcing 1, 2, 3. And they're out of artillery range. Is this enticing the U.S. to counterattack? That's the question. don't know, 6 and 6 is 12 to 6. They can get a 2 to 1. They're not going to get divisional integrity. There's no artillery. There's no other units to pull. And the Germans are in supply, but it's light woods. But if we do stay here, what does that give? That gives us the ability to attack this guy next turn. Surrounded. So that is actually forcing the U.S. to have to do something. And they've got no reinforcements, so they're going to have to... Sure, why not? Let's just force them to do something. Alright. I think that was the last attack here. So, sorry about that. Yeah, they are definitely running against the wall here with Bastogne. 101st got there just in time. These guys are still exposed. They're going to have to figure out... I think the U.S. get reinforcements. Yeah, they do. They get a 2-6. Can he get in there? He can't buy a road. 1, 2, 3, 6. Can I reinforce? Yeah, well, of course I can reinforce this position. 1, 2, 3. Maybe. This guy could go 1, 2, 3. 7. I don't think anybody can reinforce that position. He can't even move here. Anyway, we will sort that out during the American turn. So, at least for now, the game has turned into a slogging match here. And kind of a slogging match here, although there's not much beyond here except woods. But they're threatening to eliminate this unit next turn. And this side, the build phase... Oh wait, it's the American build phase, yeah. This seems to have stagnated, so that's where the main events are now. Here, but this is where all the money is for the game. Alright, thanks for listening. If you like, click like. Any comments appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe. Thanks for listening.